All right, brother, welcome. I want to welcome you to the show. I feel like I've got a fellow brother on with a fellow Northman, so I appreciate your time, man. And I mean, your name pretty stands for itself, Strong Eddie. Like, tell me some of
Mm.
your accolades, mate. Like, you are strong as shit.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm glad to be here. Sorry, the last second word you said, I don't understand it.
That's okay.
What, what,
So
what, what
just describe what you do because you spend a lot of time in powerlifting, but
describe?
yeah,
Okay. I have doing this for um, very long time. I started to train when I was five years old. I have a natural interest in sport when I was young, and want to be with my father when he was active. And I had tried some different sports with wrestling, and powerlifting have always been the main thing. I have always have that in the focus. But I didn't think about it so much when I was very young. But I think I have always know what I want to, which way I want to go. My goal have always been very clear, I think.
What weight category do you
I,
compete at?
I understand them better today. I did my last meeting at minus 66 in South Africa. So now that's my last one. So right now I'm going to be at 74 and be in my own zone. Don't think about so much of titles and competition and stuff. I can be in a small competition and a big competition. It doesn't matter right now. I'm interested how far I can go in that category also.
Wow.
Right now I have achieved my biggest goal to be world champion in the open category.
That's unbelievable. And what was your numbers? What did you end up totaling?
I did 250 squat, 202 in bench press, 257 in deadlift. And I'm pretty happy with that. And it's also nice to be to show how much is possible to lift in 66 kilogram category, because it was also a world record in the total.
Wow.
So now I can leave that category with a very satisfying feeling. And I don't think the 74 kilo category also have reached the last the biggest weight yet.
Yeah, the potential, yeah.
Of course, Tyler is in that category, so I think he's going to push that limit in this near time.
Is that the new goal? Is to push the world title for the 74 kilo? You're gonna try and break records there?
I don't think I have right now done the world championship now. So now I'm recovering my mind and trying to start over again, and don't think so much about. I haven't set that goal yet. So I think I have to take it time by time. and I think it's a good thing to lift myself only. But
yeah, and
if I know myself right, I think I have potential to do stuff if I do them properly.
yeah, I think I want to take a moment just to understand, for people listening, to understand the weight that you lifted on your body at under 66 kilo body weight of 250 was on your back. You pulled 257 from the floor and then benched 202, and that's all in kilos, and that's unbelievable.
Yes, and the squat I managed to get up to 60 also, but I get what they call it when the bar goes down a bit, then go up when you're stuck. And
like an oscillation.
If you say so, I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was something wrong with the squat anyway, and it was
red lights.
It was a very bad floor. My right foot was in a what they call it,
in a dip.
Yes, so I lost my balance in the middle, but it was very good speed at the squat, so I managed to do the weight anyway. So I was surprised that I was so strong in the squat, even if I had cut very much weight. It was also a thing this year. I started to raise the body weight. Before I had not so much problem to weight 66. Last year it was a little bit challenging, but this year I was starting to gain even more weight. So I decided, even if it doesn't matter how the World Championship gonna go, if after the championship I'm going to go up in 74 anyway. And I did know I have only one chance to reach my goal then, because the 74 have been even longer goal to. So it was very nice to manage that so I can take a next level now.
So talk to me about what goes through your mind during a competition like that. Like, you're at the World Championships, the pinnacle of your sport, right at the top, and then you're also going to put nearly 4 times your body weight on your back and sit down and stand up. What goes through your head?
You have to understand, I have done this for a very long time. I have been in the I have competed since I was 11 years old, 12 years old. How many years is that? Over 50 years old, over 50 years of competing, and 10 years of them is in the national team. And I have count my competition now, and I think it's about 40 competition or something.
Wow.
So if you it takes some time to reach 40 competition. It's not that exactly number yet, but it's gonna get there. But that I mean, it's feeling that I'm being more self-sure when I'm competing, and I know exactly how I want to have things. It feels very much mechanic, and I try to. My strategy is to empty my mind of everything else and just focus on the lifting. And now I have one coach to only speak with me. Then they can focus in different part of the competition. So I don't really think so much.
Yeah, it becomes repetition at that stage, right? Because you've done so many, you've done 40 competitions. It just becomes more of a routine of, hey, I just need to find my stride.
Routine.
Yeah.
But this competition was so special because I have never been so prepared before. And much things in my life have happened in my life in this time, physiological, because I have built my own house beside the preparation for the World Championship. So I have, for example, last year I was building my own timber house. I have demolate the house from the neighbor village.
Yeah.
Then I have transport the house to my place. Then I build it up, and I did that in 6 months or something.
Wow.
And I was counting my working hours, and we did see I had done about 50 of all of the work by myself in the time. I save some money at that method, but it was very so I was not able to train for 4 months. So last year I was untrained to go to World Championship because the World Championship did become this fast because of the pandemic. I wanted to be effective with my other goals when it was no competition. But since the World Championship last year, when I was in 3rd place, I decided to take my chance, be so prepared I can, and I think I add about 5 hours extra training in the week, extra from the before I was so from 10 hours to 15 hours in the week of training, something like that.
Wow. So last year you didn't train for 4 months and still took 3rd place at World Championships.
Yes.
That's unbelievable.
Then I was do you recognize do you know about snus in Sweden?
No.
Tobacco.
Oh, okay.
It's you can put it under the lip. You know what that is. Instead of smoking, you can have. It's a Swedish thing. You can have tobacco under the.
Oh, like chewing tobacco. Like chewing tobacco. Do you chew it or do you just put it under your lip?
Under the lip, and I was doing this for when I was 18 years old to I was 26 last year.
Wow.
But after the World Championship, I was quitting this because I don't want anything to be in the way. So that was one thing. I was also a part-time fireman. I was quitting there also because I wanted to have more focus. Then I was training more and eating better. So I was I've been very routinated with the training and the mindset from last year to now. And I think that is secret of the results, I think. Very hard work.
Fuck yeah.
So the secret is hard working, if you can say so. And I can feel I feel it's good when it's true. Also, you have some theoretical stuff before. Then you have to choose right things, and when you get that confirmed after you have done the job, it's very satisfying. Because
sure.
no one had the I don't find the right word, but you can't know these things before the job. It's just theoretical.
Yeah, for sure.
But now I think it. But now I have learned more about myself and have done much things now that probably working in the future.
Are you looking forward to gaining the body weight and going up to 74 kilos, or do you prefer being a little bit lighter and sitting at 66?
I don't want really to think about weight classes. I think it's very practical to be in weight class, but I don't want to be in some of that. Help a little bit.
Where do you usually sit? Like on a normal day, like how heavy do you usually sit?
About right now, maybe 70 kilo.
Okay, so you're slap bang in the middle. Yeah, I understand.
And about maybe 69.5 to 70 kilo.
Yeah.
And I don't think I don't want to be so stressful about weight classes. I'm more interested to have to think of the big picture.
For sure, especially when you're in a training block, right? And you're at the start of it. Like your weight can kind of do whatever it wants as long as you don't gain 20 kilos or lose 20 kilos.
No.
It's more about the training, and then when you dial things in, then yeah, okay, you compete in a weight category sport, you know, you'd have to gain or lose weight. But yeah, I know a lot of athletes that really struggle, like putting the weight on as well as losing it, and like that middle portion between two weight categories can be quite difficult, especially when you compete there, right? You want to try and compete as close to that 74 as possible, or like as close to the 66.
Yes, and it's easier to think that way if you a little bit over the weight class. You can be more specific about the weight, but it's. I have done a little bit research about my 10 years in the national team, and I was see that in 10 years I have won eight different championships, world championships.
Wow.
And I haven't think about it in that way, but it's mixed with bench press and powerlifting, of course, but it's mixed with sub junior, now open, and some open title in the bench press. So I have won very much, and then I don't have mention about the national championships and European championships and that. So it's much more than that, but just the World Championships is even that much. So I I have, because I have won so much, it feels motivated to be in a different position to try to catch someone instead of.
Yeah. You get that hunger and that fire back of you're now chasing someone rather than being chased, right? You know, the wolf climbing the mountain will always be hungrier than the wolf on top, and I completely understand that. And it's a new challenge for you, right? It spices things up, and it's fresh, rather than just doing the same thing over and over again. Like now it's a little bit different.
Yes, and like Tyler Atwood, he is in a whole different level. I can't get hybrids and think of potential stuff. I need to be in the reality, I think. But for him, I think he is more alone in the competition. Maybe he is in the same place where I am in the bench press. That I'm usually by myself. And I can guess he have been think it's more fun if someone can have a little bit chance of him.
Yeah.
Yes. And
like athletes compete, right?
I'm gonna do my best, but I'm gonna focus on. I think the main goal is in the competition. Competition is to catch other athletes first. So, but I don't really think about that type of things. I want to lay my focus on my preparations and just do the thing when I compete. I don't want to be. I want to focus on right things.
Yeah, for sure. You're focusing on the intrinsic rather than what other people do, right? Because you can't control that. So it's controlling what you can put into the arena and just let everything else fall where it falls. So what's training looking like for you at the moment?
My training?
Yeah, right now, what are you doing? Are you training at all? Are you taking some time out?
I training as usual. I can even train harder because I gain weight. Before I was before when I was in the 66, I was forced to have everything in balance. I can't train unlimited because if I train too much, I maybe gain too much, which I did kind of, but it was a little bit of the. I wanted to push all the limits before that, but now I think I'm not that addicted to the belt. I can train much more without the belt, which feels really good. Then I can train even harder. I did take a pretty long break after the World Championship to rest my soul a little bit, I think.
For sure. Yeah. You need some time out, right?
Actually, after the World Championship, I was have inflamed legs 2 days after the competition. I had never had this before, but I think it's because the weight loss and the levels in the body maybe is empty and something happens.
Wow.
So it was on the limit.
That's crazy. And you're still able to
So,
push those weights.
Yeah. So it's I think it's more it's easy to continue when you don't need to think of that circumstances.
Hell
Maybe
yeah.
my house is soon finished now, and I don't need to think about weight loss and house building.
Yeah. Less stress, less things on your mind. Like a lot of people underestimate the difference of body weight in terms of like how much you can train, right? Like if you're really, really light and you want to train, say 5-6 sessions a week, like you're gonna need more time to recover. You're probably gonna break. You know, like that extra couple kilos is going to help you recover a little bit more. It's going to support the joints. It's going to lubricate everything,
and
give you more energy.
And all the time get fuel.
Fuel, exactly, yeah.
And try to figure it out what is the right fuel to for me, because food have been a thing that I have not been that good at. I have not been bad, but I have not have so much focus on it before. But now when I'm gonna try to be even better, I can try to get better in different stuff also, and try what I like. It's been so clear when you raise little bit weight and you're feeling stronger. If you're doing everything right.
I got a question.
Yes.
What's the greatest piece of life advice you've ever received?
My greatest life advice.
Yeah.
My greatest life advice. Okay. I had think about this for some years ago, and I think this mindset is pretty good for me, at least. If you're unsure of something, I believe to have a very good future mindset, that your future always, you need to work for the future, and you need to do everything that feels good, everything you want, but you can't do things that you want for the moment, only for the future. So if you are unsure with something that you are unsure to choose with, you can ask yourself, do I gonna regret this in the future? And if the answer is no, you can just do it. And it's work with very hard decisions. Before my house building, as an example, I was asking myself, do I regret this in the future? And I did not regret it, because I already know, but in that moment, it's very much work. So it's easy to not do it because it's. But right now, I definitely not regret it, and it was also with the preparation for the World Championship. I have an idea how much work it is But if I used to do it, I going to be very satisfied when it's done.
Yeah, getting that ROI, right? The return of your investment, and just paving paths forward rather than short-term satisfaction.
Yeah, and I think to have a mindset that the travel is the goal is also a good thing. That your goal is to travel or do stuff. The goal does not always do not always be at the end. It can be right now the goal. And I feeling now when my house is in the right place, my sport goals is in the right position. I have a very, very great base of my life. I can just have the travel as a goal.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
Kind of that, but before you don't have those things, you need to work very much for it.
Yep.
But right now, I feel my life is in the downhill, if you can say so. I still have very much things to do to be truly satisfied, but everything is everything. I know right now. I know how to do everything. Before you do this kind of stuff, you don't really know exactly what you want, but in the path you're going to know.
And that's testament to all the work that you put in before, right? Like those little steps previously on the path is what's got you to this position.
Yes, and it can be in everything. It can be the house building, the sport, or even job and other activities. You don't need to take the same path that I do, but I think when you're doing something very much, you're going to know what you want.
Yeah, for sure.
The house building is for me. I have not so much before experience before the house building. I doing much because I know I'm good at working. That was my tool I used. But I have learned very much about the house building now. I have done it by myself. It's a very satisfying feeling, and get very great friends in the way. Also, I get contact with very much friends, and the house itself is very fun, but the process is even more valuable for me. I can, if I have to choose, I choose the process instead of the product. And I didn't know that in the beginning, but now I know that.
I think you learn so much along the way, right? Rather than that finished outcome, the destination. Like it's great, but ultimately that will wear off. It's the journey that gets us there, that gives us value.
Yeah. And it's been so confirmed after this. And the competition itself is only an idea about the hard work you do in the middle of the competitions. So the competition is just a moment that you can see what everything have led to.
Yeah.
But you have it in you before, but it's try to get some
confirmation
to get it confirmed.
Yeah, 100%. Brother, I just want to say thank you so much. Like, I appreciate your time so much. You inspire a lot of people what you're doing, man. And next time we'll do it in Swedish.
Can do it.
Yeah, I'll get over to Sweden sometime, and you can make me feel like a bitch.
Yes,
I'll lift
you can visit me when I move in the house if you want.
Sounds good, my man. Sounds good.
Then we don't need to speak like this.
Yeah, sounds great, man. All right, I appreciate it so much, man, and good luck. Make sure the body stays nice and healthy, and keep me updated. And when you step back out on the platform as a 74,
I will.
All right, man. Appreciate it, man. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.